Well, hello there. This is the D&D stream you're looking for, and we welcome you to this Penny Dragon Games live stream. My name is Tom, and I will be your DM as we continue this next chapter of the Candlekeep Mysteries. We are a little depleted in our player numbers tonight. I promise that's not me being too enthusiastic for the TPKs, but we are all here ready to play, and Ben will be along soon. You will also notice a new face in our lineup tonight, and we will introduce ourselves to them as well presently. But first, the highlight you're all here for is the preamble before the game. Of course. Penny Dragon streams across 4 evenings a week, largely showing a mixture of campaigns and one-shots in the D&D 5e game, but we are firmly system agnostic here, so you'll find other occasional game types. VODs are available on this channel for up to 2 months for subscribers. Want to catch up on a missed campaign episode, see one of the recent one-shots, or rewatch a favourite episode? It's all there. And for those that aren't, go back onto our YouTube channel and you will see some of the older games, such as A Visit to Jurassic Park, the first part of Ryan's Revenant saga, or the likes of Blaine Capatch of Nerd Poker in Elevator, run by our very own Dave. And also all our longer running campaign arcs earlier episodes can be found there. Looking ahead in just the next week, we have the following streams all broadcasting in evening UK time. Tomorrow night, talking of Ryan, we carry on in that universe he created in the Consequential Quintrivium. Nailed it. The party managed to track down their associate Dagmar and his sister Felixia after finding them in a cave that new residents had taken for their own. Quickly dispatched and with some info on their situation, found the group travel onwards. But no hugs as yet. Then over this weekend, the Cloaks return on their fortnightly slot this Sunday. That's not the 2nd of July. That's entirely the wrong date. This Sunday, whatever that is in late August. After a cryptic conversation with a dead man, the party are one step closer to retrieving the final piece of the obsidian tablet. But can they wrestle it from the clutches of the cult before it's too late? I hope not. Ben, when he arrives, is the DM for that. He will be on time for that game, we promise. Following on that, next Tuesday, having now arrived in Vallaki, join DM Carreg and his party as our players set off with famous monster hunter Van Richten himself and his pet saber-toothed tiger. I like that pet. As they take on an entire encampment of Vistani who serve none other than Lord Strahd himself. I'm very excited to announce the return of Heirs to the End. Now that DM Craig's touring summer has drawn to a close, in this homebrewed Spelljammer setting, the party will continue their mission to rescue members of the Pavano Munitions Group. The reality of their situation becomes clear that this is no mining facility, but a prison. And the guards stationed here are on their way to intercept their uninvited guests. And going beyond that, we'll have Day, Software and Saga, Stephen running the Sunless Citadel, and even more shows to bring forward to you. As always, you, the viewer, can influence this game by the use of channel points, bits, and subscriptions, providing up to 3 single-use blesses, inspirations, and healing to any of the players, or to the DM, of course, who is also a player in this game. Details can be found directly below on that. A plug quickly for Penny Dragon merchandise. Follow the bot in the chat for the link to the Stream Elements page where you can get your hands on various merchandise showcasing the wonderful artists that Penny Dragon has at its disposal. Generally keep your eyes open as well for a number of Kickstarter updates. There will be one being released very soon, and there should be updates for the existing campaigns imminently, although they don't share dates for the likes of me. I'm too low on the totem pole. I would like to shout out to Dungeon Alchemist, who the map program I use extensively for all the encounter maps the party will experience. Thanks as well to Tabletop Audio, you can find at tabletopaudio.com, or indeed in the Roll20 platform. Just go across to the settings icon a bit. I'd also like to thank the designer of tonight's adventure, Ron Lundin. Although I have adapted it slightly, so it's not exactly as you will find it in that Adventurers League edition. And thanks to Christian, who is serving double duty as both our Technomancer for keeping the gremlins out of chat and also actually playing a game, which is very nice to see. Let's get to meeting our wonderful players. Joe, if I can ask you to wait till later in the stream, and then we'll do introductions with you when you dive into this thing. Ben, we'll catch up with later. So let's start tonight. Kira, you can go first today.
Hi everyone, I'm Kira. I am playing Ari. She is the half-elf bard of the group who has somehow become the mother of the group, telling everybody off. But she likes to have a good whip every now and again with her little vicious mockery. So any hints you might have, let me know. And that's her.
I believe she's collating a list to use against anyone approaching. Moving on. Big little list. Moving on, let's go to Dave next.
Oh, hey, hi. Let me just find out what I'm going to say to you all here. Yes, here's my notes. Hi, all. I'm Dave, and I'm playing Sir Richard Brightthorn, dashingly handsome young noble, fifth in line for his father's throne, who realised he was actually fifth in line for a life of boredom, and fled his life of privilege for one of adventure. Richard is quite naive, but highly skilled with his rapier and wit, and his rapier-like wit, and has a particular affinity for picking locks, if you might know. But more about that later.
All the locks you find in a heated swamp on the outskirts of civilization.
Unless a lock in a canal, maybe.
Perhaps. Yeah, okay. Moving on. Who do I not get to? Christian. Sorry, yes.
Yeah. Hey everyone, I'm Christian and I am playing Brew. He is a Wood Elf monk. And all his late nights in taverns finally paid off because my subclass is Way of the Drunken Master. So yeah, that's me.
Nice. Just to say from the splash screen, you can see Mortar, who is our wizard, would be run by Mark, who sadly has had to step away from the streams. All the best to you, Mark. We hope you'll be back with us as soon as possible. Fronny is our halfling, who is controlled by Joan, who is also not with us for a few weeks. And he has entrusted him with me tonight. Foolish mortal that he is. Talking of which, let's get back to the recap. Our party are currently in the employ of the Great Library of Candlekeep as a roving squad of adventurers tasked in the locating and retrieval of unique tomes, scrolls, and similar works that could prove dangerous if not contained. Currently, they are in the Chelimber Marsh on the edges of the Faerun Sword Coast, seeking a sunken wizard's tower that should contain works thought lost for many a year. Travelling into these misty environs, the party has stumbled across a collection of dead bodies. But before they can properly investigate, a pair of bloated, noxious creatures rise up from the mud with violence clear on their minds. And we will start things off with initiative. Let's jump straight in this. While our party are rolling, hi there. Roll off the things. We're going straight in.
I need to go on to... Yeah, I do. Sorry, cool.
We are moving on to these bits there.
My shit initiative across every single
every
game.
roll,
every single game ever. Just be maintained. Here we go.
Joe, if I can get you to roll initiative as well for your character. Oh, I need to do it for... Oh, close the turn order, which I didn't need to do. I need to add in...
Jesus, Ori.
That's all she can do.
Fuck me.
Basically, she's just stealing yours from you all the time on these bits.
She's getting it out of the way.
She's like some sort of vampiric initiative ability.
Sorry, pardon me. I'm trying to get iMind's sheet open for Ben, who is not here. And my roll 20 has taken the moment to go, no, I shall be slow and keep you waiting.
My mic was muted. Fantastic. Tom.
Hi.
I have a question.
Go for it.
I don't have a token, so do you want me to roll now, or do you want me to roll?
Give you a moment, just so you can see. I will bring you off GM layer.
Hello, Gaming Melody. Thanks for joining us.
Hello.
Chat. Yeah.
For the purposes of where you stand in this marshland, the mists that come up out of the ground give everyone visibility of 60 foot and no more. So you might find anything longer beyond that distance. You can hear things beyond that thing. The sun is obscured, is out, you would judge.
Sun is obscure, that's good, because I'm a vampire, so...
Yeah, absolutely. As you come into terrain, all these people up there. Did I get that roll from Iron Mind? Oh, I did that not roll. Let me check I actually hit the button properly. And let us start to fade that one out. I mind roll the initiative. Look, I did not press the token. I had taken it off the token, of course. Standby caller.
Down here, look at this.
And that's one.
Oh, there they are.
I need to add time mind to the turn order.
Are these common monsters? Would we have seen these before? Or are they sort of native to the Chelimber?
You can roll me a Nature Arcana.
They're pretty equally as shit. Yeah, they're both +2. Do you know what? I'm going to go with nature for the hell of it. Boop.
Sure.
Oh, a 12.
A 12. With a 12, the best you can say is that you don't believe they would normally be resident to the material plane.
Oh, wow, okay. And do they stink, or what's the vibe to them?
Where are you at that point? Sorry, I'm trying to...
That's okay, yeah, sorry. You get your stuff done.
Add turn. Let's be fair, I can see where Iron Mind sits and where everyone else is. His did not get a good initiative roll. 11. 11.08. Definitely there is a stench of these things as they come through. Let me very quickly do that so you can get a closer look at these.
Oh, wow.
Sort of 7 foot tall humanoid creatures.
Jesus. I think Sir Richard will take out his bandana and just dab a little bit of cologne on it and just tie it around his face.
So would you mind awfully waiting until I get myself
exactly, thoroughly disgusted. Who am I? It's rather palm off, you say.
But Auri, you kick us off when DM finally gets himself in position.
Okay, so they are very, very far away from me.
Yeah, they're probably about at the edge of what you can see, roughly.
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't like to go too much. She's going to just move up kind of a bit closer, but still behind if I can see things. She'll probably move to about there just to get a kind of closer eye, but she stays back because it's just her way.
Okay.
She's going to stay there for a minute.
Cool. We'll go on to Brew.
Cool. What's the range on the short bow? I forgot.
Short bow is a
60, isn't it? 60,
I
120?
think it's 80, 320.
Oh, okay.
No. I'll move up to there.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi. I only
Very
have
friendly
2
plant.
arrows, but
I like it.
yeah, I'm gonna attempt to shoot.
It's one for each of them. It's great.
Yeah.
Fine.
Arrow, short bow. 21.
21 will hit. Roll for 7 piercing damage. That does do the damage you expect as it kind of sinks wetly. It doesn't seem overly concerned by it, but it does do the damage you expect it to do.
Cool. And yeah, that's me.
No bonus actions. Okay.
No.
Then we'll move on to Fronny. Joan was nice enough to tell me how we wanted to start this in combat. So we are moving to... what is the range on that spell? Because I've totally forgotten. For those of you looking back, we'll see Fronny drawing in the arcane powers that he has access to. You can see kind of sparkles of light flickering in the mists around him. He first draws one globule power, and then using a sorcery point will flick it into 2. And he will send out, and let me just double check I've not got the range wrong on these. Yeah, 120 feet. He sends out a twinned chaos bolt, one to each of these creatures. 22 will hit. 17 damage, good lord. Which is, and this has got the spell, but all the fun stuff. Psychic. Oh wow, and he gets to double one of those because they're rolling the same number. So psychic. This is a painful spell when he twins it. Minus 17. I don't think any of you would have seen him do this spell in this way previously. So this seems to be a new ability he's picked up. But there enough, you can see both creatures go clutch into their heads. And he can roll. He can send to a creature of his choice within 30 foot. He decides not to attack Brew with that jump. So nothing else happens. What you do also see, and he's previously rolled for this one, is that energy that was sparkling around him stays sparkling around him. And he disappears. And teleports 10 foot closer forward. What?
He looks surprised at that.
He does look surprised at that.
Okay,
but his bonus action was to teleport.
Right.
Which is an interesting thing to have rolled. That's what he's got. Sir Richard.
Okay, so Richard will, he's feeling brave and stupid, as he always is. And so look, this area here, is there much of a check required to...
There's no check, but that will be difficult terrain. You're basically going into the whole grounds of marshy, but these bits, that's very definitely your foot sinking into water, and you'll find it's that kind of murky, gloopy...
Okay, could he jump from here to here?
You can certainly try.
Excellent, let's give that a go. So we got, tell you, chaps, let's engage them and take these cats to the cleaners. 5, 10, 15, 20, hopefully. Do you want to check for that?
5, 10, 15, 20. That gets you 30 to there.
Sorry,
that.
Is it? So jumping the difficult terrain doesn't...
roll me acrobatics or athletics and don't roll a 1.
Okay.
It is soft ground. It is a little bit murky.
Okay, so I'm not going to roll a 1. There we go. 24.
Effortlessly. You pretty much need to walk across the water and true.
Cool. He will, so he will, tell you how Seb, you're rather stink, aren't you, little rotter? And he's going to hit it with the rapier. And, it's a bonus action to use her offhand, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. So let's just go the rapier first.
Okay.
Boop.
14. 14. Ooh, 14. 14 hits.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to use the Rakish Audacity. So I do believe if I'm fighting against a creature that I'm within 5 feet of, no other creatures are within 5 feet of, I should get sneak attack on that.
If you want to, just throw Rakish Audacity in chat for the people watching how swashbucklers do their ridiculous thing.
So you also get an additional way to use a sneak attack. You don't need advantage in the attack roll to use a sneak attack against a creature. If you're within 5 feet of it, no other creatures within 5 feet of you, and you don't have disadvantage in the attack roll. So I should get sneak attack with that as well. So that would be 16 points of piercing damage.
You do cause 16 points of piercing damage as you plunge it into the belly. It's kind of this puff of noxious smoke that you just managed to avoid.
Oof. Okay. Yeah, and I think I will then use
Babin, to point out, I've actually slightly deviated from the campaign books for the encounters we're working on right at the minute, because I don't like the level 3 encounter.
Okay, so bonus action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll move to there.
Okay.
Come get me, you swines! So with fancy footwork, you shouldn't be able to get an attack of opportunity.
No, there's this low sort of swings around. You can see there's this kind of like shard of very sparkly rock is just kind of swinging round. Very definitely a hymn as well. Just to point that out there.
Very what?
There's no modesty loincloth. This is very definitely a hymn.
Oh, wow, okay.
Oh, no.
You'll have to engage on a cold shot in the next round.
Okay, moving on to... So, Rowan, as you stand at the minute, you've been traipsing through this marsh for a few days at this point. You had a very close encounter with a water elemental, and only a couple of
weird.
Yuan-Ti guards picking up the wrong time diverted its attention from you, and you're able to get away. As you kind of splash your way through the marsh, relatively certain you've missed where you're meant to go to, over the hill to your north, around 120 feet away, you can hear the sounds of fighting. The cries of humans, perhaps.
120 feet away.
You don't know exactly. You know there is movement to the north. You can start to head in that direction.
I can tell it's a bit of a jog.
And it'll definitely take you maybe a couple of turns to get there.
Okay.
But just so you're aware that there is now things happening.
Okay. Indeed, signs of life is good because it's been a little bit quiet and misty in here in these marshes. So
you haven't seen any kind of humanoid who would want to speak to you for. And it must be like that, a little adventurous hut halfway here. So it's been well over a week since you last spoken to anyone. So actually, you just kind of, and there might be the sounds of someone's nice singing, possibly. Moving on.
Can I actually do something?
If you wish.
In an attempt to get me there more hastily, may I cast either Expeditious Retreat or Long Strider?
Sure.
I will do Long Strider. So I'm just a little bit faster, 10 feet faster.
That's fine. I shall bear that in mind as you're coming to do these things. Thanks, Dave, for doing the summary. In chat for Babin, if you have any other questions, give us a shout. Someone will get back to you on that. The Eye Mind will say, well, I mean, we can't let Sir Richard go off on his own. Pulling out his glare, 5, 10, 15. I'm going to say he's actually going to leap. He's going to have to do the leap across there. Let's just do a quick make sure he doesn't, as he charges past Brew. Definitely athletics for the Eye Mind. Yeah, he is fine. So he gets to there, but rather than close the distance, these things, you see that the purple crystal flashes on his forehead, and I need to do intelligence save. I thought that was intact for a moment. Again, you see this one down here. It actually looks quite hurt now. It's still trying to hold the rather bleeding wound that Sir Richard's inflicted upon it. Again, it grabs its head, and if it has to make a saving throw, it will be with a slight penalty. That's all he's got. So, the other one. The one that's nearest to you, Sir Richard, sees you're there, lumbers forward. Seemingly, the marshes don't seem to slow it down. You just see these two great paws of fists swing down towards you. So first attack is a 7.
Yeah, that misses. So he was, one of his boots gets stuck in the marsh, and he bends down to try and unstick it.
And the second swing from its multi-attack goes over your head as you're starting down to sort that one out.
He looks up and realizes.
Yeah. The other one will go to... I need to get to there to start with 15. And it kind of breathes in, and there's and this cloud of this noxious fumes goes out. It's a compatriot to seem to ignore this kind of noxious fumes as pass over, but I will need Iron Mind and Sir Richard to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Jesus.
It's this billowing cloud.
So it doesn't come out of its mouth, it just exudes.
It just kind of exudes out.
Oh, God. Yeah. Okay. Constitution saving throw. Richard's not good at these.
Yeah, you don't know quite where it came out of. It's that thing you didn't realise where it's coming from until it's already there.
Only a 15. Do I need to use one of my blesses?
15 is a pass.
Okay. Whew.
Ooh, does
Thankfully that-
Iron Mind have a bless? No, he does not. Okay.
Can I give him mine? You can't
Wrap
transfer them,
iron
can you?
mind.
So that is... I did set that up. Excellent. So you will take 7 points of necrotic damage, and the Iron Mind will take 14. There's this
Jesus.
noxious cloud of it, and you can see that the armor on the Iron Mind seems to be not rusting, but very definitely you can see where it's decoloring. You can see lines of, where it looks. He takes care of his armor very well, and it looks like he's not taking care of his armor in months. He's a wreck. Even the crystal in his head just seems that little bit more withered. This is. It then finishes its move charging into him. That was its action to do that.
Sweet baby Jesus.
And we come back to the top of the round. Harry.
She's totally grossed out by saying this.
Yes. This is what we're going with.
Zombies and stuff she just does not like. So she's just going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, just so she can kind of see everything, but keep her close distance. And to the one that is beside Sir Richard, because they have ears, I'm assuming she will be okay with you trying her vicious mockery, as she
Again,
does.
you can certainly try.
We're going to give it a go. And she is going to... I think that's the one that I wanted to use. Or not. She's just going to shout over, going, "Have you cast Stinking Cloud, or do you always smell this bad?"
Oh. Oh. Deep burn.
Wisdom save on that.
No, no.
Oh, sorry.
It understands what you're saying. It turns to look at you, and there's just a... You'll have to try better than that, love.
It can speak.
And talk!
They can talk.
No,
Any
God.
bonus actions?
Yeah, she's going to give her bardic inspiration to Sir Richard since he's over there.
All right.
And hopefully it helps. And she's just
I think
They're
that's
going,
still
"Oh my God,
1d6
please don't die."
As bardic inspiration. So
Thank you, Ori.
like, "Oh my God, please no."
Remind me what your bardic inspiration sounds like.
And she's going to go, "Please don't get hurt."
Fair enough. Rowan,
is her
from
one
where
for
you
the
are,
day.
there's a very musical voice.
She does.
Yeah, cutting
I do
across
not.
things. Yeah, that's fine. Now just letting Rowan know what he's hearing as he's on the approach.
Oh.
Because he still can't see anything from where he is, even with Longstrider. Next to you, Sir Richard.
Sorry, what?
Don't worry, it's fine. I thought I'd give you another someone else to come say hello to you.
What the fuck is that?
The mud next to you, suddenly the face appears.
Jesus.
This creature just comes out of the mud. If I come back onto token layer and let us show you this
Oh, sorry.
little thin creature comes out, long pointed nose. We're going to get ya.
Oh, Jesus.
These little kind of wings start flapping behind them, made of mud, splatters going around from you.
We need
And can you make me a dexterity saving throw as it vomits viscous mud onto you?
Oh my God.
God almighty. Viscous mud is my favorite Cannibal Corpse out of 19.
You are absolutely fine. It kind of messes some of your top, but most of it goes off to one side, and you get the feeling if this thing had hit you, you might have been unable to move for a time.
He just looks at him, his eyes like narrow, murderous slits. Is my blouse? I mean, my shirt, you bastard!
He has got that dirty now. Not just the feet where you've been stomping through it, but on the right on the side, right nicely visible.
Right in the ruffly bit.
Oh yeah, right in the ruffles.
Oh, no.
Baru, we are over to you.
Okay.
Yeah, can I just jump to there?
Sure.
And then that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, Iron Mine should be fine, but Richard definitely needs some help, so... Go there.
You ran past this tall figure here, didn't you, to get to
Yeah,
there?
I did.
Nothing new
Okay.
there.
It will take a swing as you run past.
Cool.
Does a 6? No, it really doesn't. I mean, if that kind of remembers after you've gone and arrived, to go, yeah, done it. You see it kind of shaking his head, trying to get back into the fight.
And then I will short sword this guy. 14.
14 hits.
And
Or
then
9 piercing.
I will...
Sword goes into where its kidney would be if it was humanoid. You hope it goes into the kidney.
And then I'll spend a key point. Do flurry of blows.
Ah, nice one.
Go for it.
So that gives me 2 unarmed strikes.
2 more
right?
attacks.
It's a blast for Rowan from Paddy from Radiant Citadel.
24 will hit.
6, and then another 24 for 6.
Nice. So,
And then with that I also get my drunken technique, so I get a free disengage and 10 more feet of movement.
yep.
So I'll go over there.
Lovely. Yeah, so as you stick the sword in, as you reach out, elbow straight to the same place, you can see it ripples if it's got this muddy thing. You can see the blood that comes out of it. It's brownish in colour. As you have touched it for your unarmed strike, can you take me 3 necrotic damage, please?
Okay.
Every time, or
I mean, you don't know. You're not there.
out of character every time?
Brew notices that there is some sort of hideous residue, noxious residue upon its form. This
I've
kind of
seen
like
worse
glistening.
taverns, so it's fine.
Yep. Yeah, you've been to Baldur's Gate. You've definitely seen worse in taverns. It's fine.
That's me.
Cool. So Fronny will. It's a 15-foot cone. Okay. I think for now, actually, Fronny doesn't want to get too close to these things, seeing that sort of damage. So instead, he just he will do. Yeah, he towards the one that the Iron Mind is fighting. He's going to do a chill touch for a 25. So that will definitely hurt. Although you notice it doesn't do the damage you'd expect from that spell. As if it's something in its own sort of corrupt nature prevents that necrotic damage. With that, you'll see those kind of glistering motes of light coming again. He does the teleport. And if I can ask all my players to now take their headsets off, please.
Oh, God.
Or mute the stream. And I will let you know when to come back on. John, if you're watching this, you can carry on watching this. Good. With my players gone. As Fronny goes to teleport, the world stops. Everything is frozen. Everything is still and silent. Fronny, you're on your own looking around, trying to work out what's happened. You can see arrows raised as if to call out a song, but it doesn't do anything. You can see the signs of combat going round. But no one else is moving other than you. And this hand settles on your shoulder. I'm sorry to do this to you, lad. I'm afraid we have rather interfered with the proceedings of things. But we need you not to be here at this moment. You look up and you see there's a figure. You can't there's this weird saturation you don't quite understand. There's this light shining from behind this figure. You can't see them. They're silhouetted, humanoid possibly. They carry on, the hands on the shoulder. I need you to come with me for now, for the moment. We will return you soon. But for now, I need to leave your friends to their own devices. We've arranged for someone to come in support. Cool. Is that all my party back?
Yes.
All put your headphones
Hello.
on. All come through. Lovely.
Hi.
Can I get everyone, apart from Rowan, who's not in range, to make me intelligence saving throws, please?
Intelligence saving throw.
Doesn't matter. I'm not good at those anyway. So
Boop.
I mind, for
11.
reasons, will be at disadvantage.
Oh, sweet, merciful.
Somebody text Linda there might be a TPK incoming.
Okay. On a meta level, for the purposes as far as you're concerned, while you have met Ronnie Stoutfoot, he has never been part of your party. He is someone you know at Candlekeep. He has never been part of the Seeker Squad.
All right, okay. So, but do we remember him coming with us, or are we just like, oh, what are you doing here?
No, he's someone you know from Candlekeep.
Okay.
Hello, friendo. Cheers for
he
joining
is
us.
Also, no, there's no halfling there.
Oh,
There's no. This is your full party now. You can
Oh, he's
see
gone.
the battlefield.
oh shit.
And Ronnie wouldn't have come with you. He's not part of the squad. It's just the four of you came out. Walter obviously has left the squad, but it's just the four of you came here.
He loves his books more than he likes his friendships. That's fine.
Buried. Right. Moving on down the line then. Ari, next to you.
No. I'm okay. I'm on this side.
Oh,
No.
we found some more. And again, all these little kind of mud creatures appears out of nowhere. And he just takes a swing at you, really. His weak little fists. Doesn't an 8 won't hit. This is going to be my rolls tonight, isn't it? This is where we're going.
I'll take it.
No, that's not him.
That does not hit. Yeah, no, he's pass, but we'll get you. Sir Richard, we are on to you.
All right, too. Well, you look at this creature here and go, you're a wrong one, aren't you? But this horrific fellow is...
brother.
I see. We'll send him my way. I shall remove him from this world. Anyway, this one has
Good, I ate him.
irked my ire. And then here it is coming for you. Tally ho, chaps. Have at you. And you're going to hit him with the rapier.
Sorry, was this on the one?
This fellow here will
big
be a
guy.
21 to hit.
21 will definitely hit.
That'll be for... Can I recon something? Because I'm still getting used to the class.
Okay.
Can I bonus action disengage, move to there, and then make that attack? So I get the sneak attack?
Yeah, I'll allow that because we've
Thank
only
you.
just hit level
Good.
3.
I'm still getting used to playing Swashbuckler. So you'll bonus action disengage.
I'll say for the purposes of that, you actually stuck the rapier and as you travelled, you cut open
Nice.
part of its belly. You can see like the glistening entrails of organs inside.
Okay,
And the
so
smell that comes out is pretty vile.
a rules question for the folks. If I bonus action disengage, move, use my action to hit, and then continue my movement, am I still technically disengaged?
I would say yes because you're disengaging for the turn.
Okay,
Is my take on it.
Okay, so I'm here, bonus action disengage, take a swipe at my action, and continue my movement.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So that's 15 points of damage against this one here. So I was there 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'm moving here.
Okay.
Say, you're next, you slimy, smelly little cad.
Who are you calling little?
Let's tell a phrase, don't you know? I think that is all he can do.
Okay,
I think.
fair enough. Rowan, what's your speed of Longstrider on? Joe, you're Rowan.
Oh, sorry.
You can't do this.
I was talking to one of my players in my own game. They were messaging me on Discord. Yes, my speed with Longstrider is 40 feet. So if I dashed, no, I couldn't dash in the previous round because I used my action to cast Longstrider. So if I dash now, that's 80 feet. So I think I can.
So you could actually get to just that point. So you can arrive on the game, or you can arrive on the table at this point.
Yeah.
So as you're following along this little narrow stretch of land, and you can hear the sounds of fight. As it comes into range, you can see there are 4 humanoids who are fighting 2 tall, gross-looking humanoid creatures. Each is using some sort of really sparkly stone as a weapon. You can see a couple of the mud methods you've had to escape who are around with the water elemental. They were serving as a kind of an entourage of sorts.
A little cabal of elementals.
Yeah.
Indeed. Okay. I didn't want to describe earlier how casting my spell looked since I wasn't technically on the board yet. Is this where I introduce myself?
This is where you introduce for the next folks at home. So as Auri over the shoulder of this kind of creature, you can see this humanoid figure is coming in through the mists.
Cool. Okay, so you guys see I don't want to say an older gentleman, but he's definitely no spring chicken. Looks to be at more or less almost 50 kind of ish. Blackish, like salt and pepper brown, black hair that goes back, and a beard that's gray here and gray there, but only my Afrikaans friends might understand that joke. My family members specifically, he's just a dude. He definitely has a perpetual scowl on his face. Doesn't look like the friendliest of guys, but he breaks the clearing and he sees what's going on here. And when he was casting Longstrider, he just reached down onto his belt and reached for a device on his belt that looks like the crank on the back of those little toys that go. You crank it up and it rides. He reached down onto his belt and he started cranking that thing, and then you hear this tick 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 tick, and he starts running faster, and that's and then. You hear this ticking as a guy comes running into the clearing, like almost the rhythmic ticking of a clock.
Lovely. So it's taking your action and movement to get there. You have a bonus action, I guess.
I do have a bonus action, but unfortunately, I only have basically one thing I can do as my bonus action, and that is move even faster. So. And I don't want to use another.
That's fair. You finally found these people you're coming across.
So
that's fair.
Also, I completely skipped my mind to say this, but on his backpack, he has like limbs hanging out of his backpack that seem like it's like an arm and a leg out of his backpack, but
Did they look like you've collected them, or
you can't see the details from
it's a bit
where you
far.
are in this?
Okay. Can I use a free action to call out to our erstwhile friend?
I mean, talking's a free action.
Okay, so Rich will spot him across the way and go, "The ground is uneven. Mind your hip."
Need a hand? Sorry. Anyway, that's.
Rue, there's a slurping sound next to you as mud from there takes shape, and a third of these creatures now appears. It will sweep around you, Brew to there, and then and there's this cone of viscous mud shoots out, and I'll need Brew and Sir Richard to make me dexterity saving throws, I believe. Yes.
Which one was doing this to us?
This is the third one that's appeared.
This fella here, oh my god. Right.
At least it's not a swarm, so I'm happy.
Yeah, true that. That would be a 7.
Seven.
Will a bless help here?
If you roll get 4, it will.
Let's see if I have an inspiration. Do not. Here's a D4
You do have a
coming at you.
bardic inspiration.
Oh, I
so-
do. I'll add a D6 to that. Thank you for reminding me. That's a 5.
So you just catch the sight of it. I have this wave. Bruce effortlessly dodged out the way and left you completely exposed. But you are able, at the last minute, your fashion sense warns you, and you're able to sweep the cape out the way, and it all splats down around you. Yeah. That kind of mud method just growls. And then from the south of where Ironmind is.
Oh, Tom.
What? Didn't think I was going to make it easy on you, did you? Who will he go for? 15-foot cone, you say? The Ironmind and Aria just too far apart. That's a shame.
Ben's ready and good to go.
Ooh, okay. Potentially, then we can finish off this round, and then get him in, and then he can join us at the top of the round at the end one, and we'll pick up from that. In fact, we'll get down to his because his turn's in 2. We'll get down to his turn, and let him do an early break if people are okay with that. Cool. So yeah, this method here will. I think it's just going to fly up to the Iron Mine. It'll just, he gets his little small, weak, muddy fist and just attempts to take a swoop at him. Let's see how low I can roll on this. That's that's an unnatural 20. Sorry, Ben. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing clatters into you. Minus 2. Yes, and with that, then we shall take a 5 minutes break to bring Ben into this, so we have our full party. Stick around; we will be back soon. Bye for now. And welcome back. This is part 2 of this evening's Candlekeep Mysteries. We can see there is some power back in South Africa, so Joe has light around, which is nice. And Ben has arrived. Ben, do you want to do a quick introduction to Ironmind for those who may be on the stream for the first time and have not met this character?
Yes. Hello, I'm Ben. Ironmind is a human fighter, psi fighter, psi warrior, subclass, psionic bodyguard, now wandering mercenary for Candlekeep with his newfound friends. He's trying to figure out how the world works, one axe swing at a time.
And talking of axe swings, it is your turn. You have this tall, hulking Blightling in front of you, and little sort of flattering mud methods to your side.
I think Ironmind is going to disregard the flattering mud method for the minute, and swing on the Blightling.
Go for it.
Just before he does, I'm going to bonus action use my second wind and roll D10. D10 plus fighter level. Did that roll? Oh. Okay, 4 hit points is better than none. So.
It's still. Yep.
Yeah. So try and shake it off, and then he will go in for an axe swing, and I feel like he's gonna put a psionic strike on that. I just have to double check. Do I have to declare it before I roll?
I don't think you do. I think you can choose
damage.
to.
Yeah, damage after a hit.
Yeah.
So it's good. It works like smite. Just wanted to be doubly sure because it's been a little while. So, help. Oh, sorry. I don't know why that.
A 12, sadly,
12.
will not hit.
Yeah, sorry. It was. Don't know why it was on disadvantage. A 12.
Does he have
yeah,
flanking?
then
Because I'm there?
No, because it's facing him, not you.
Yeah.
Had to try.
I think. Now I don't see. Maybe this is a little bit of a slightly meta question. Has anyone? I suppose not meta question. Has anyone? Because I wasn't there for combat. Have any of the party members hit one of these with a weapon attack yet?
Yes.
Do we know if it's like? Is it worth him using a bless on the 12? Like, is this thing's AC like 13, 14? Or have they been
I
harder to
don't
hit?
think you have a bless. I think is the issue of your plan.
Oh, I don't. I must have used it the last game. I forgot to take it off. God damn it.
To answer your question, yes, a bless would have helped.
It's poor management on my part. Okay.
Yeah, you're
know
not
what?
far off at it. So what can I say? As you're swinging it in, it's caught just below the blade head and pushes it away.
Ben has a bless now.
I'll
So.
Oh no.
No, that's from Deadpan Design. That cannot be used.
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah.
can't
No,
use
it's
it.
not from
No,
me.
it's
It's not from me.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Is it from
Yeah,
Ryan?
it's from
Oh, I
Ryan.
apologize. It's because your name's above in the chat.
Yeah,
I
I
was
thought
just
it was as
doing
well,
it
yeah.
right.
Is it too
Okay.
late to use that bless?
You can use it now if you want.
Okay, thank you, Ryan, saving me from an action surge.
I rolled a d4 healing. I got one.
Okay.
2 for 14.
2 will hit.
Excellent. Okay, so that
Curse
was
you,
click
Ryan.
on. Thank you, Ryan.
DM will
click on
remember
the
this.
Psionic Strike.
14 points. Oof.
So yeah, I don't think it's the 8 or the 6 is force damage. Whether that makes any difference, but that's it. Yeah, that'll be it. He'll stay there.
Why do you add a +3 to your psionic strikes? I thought it was just the
Intelligence.
Oh, you have the modifier. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Very good. Yeah, this thing does not look like it has a lot left in it, but it is still standing.
I'll double check that. Just
That thing, as it catches the thing, you kind of just, and you just use your psychic power to basically drive it down, cut into it.
Yeah.
As we retcon what happened there. Anything else I mind?
No, that's it.
Okay. First, Lightning. Okay, so that one will step to behind Richard. And Ari, you can see this thing puff out and then
No, not again.
and I need Iron Mind, Sir Richard, and Brew to all make me Constitution saving throws. You notice that none of the other creatures on the island seem to be affected by this, whatever this is.
How's a 12?
I mean, I love the idea of a 12. I'm not sure you're going to.
Okay,
Yeah.
would it bless help that, do you think?
I will write in chat because you have seen this effect already.
Well, then you're definitely going to like that 11 from Iron Man.
I mean, I think that's a wonderful little.
7 on the
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I am.
DC 40, I'm going to throw in the bless.
Go for it.
Oh.
So that is half damage to those who pass their Constitution save. You will take only 7 points necrotic. Iron Mind, however, I'm afraid you're going to take 15 points.
This
In
is
which case,
necrotic damage.
I'll use my reaction and another psionic energy dice to. I wish it would split the different psionic power things up so you could see them. To use protective field.
Sorry, I did mean I will break that up so you can just enter them to chat and they'll auto roll for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you
No.
want
I
to do that?
just to show. The.
Yeah, no, we'll do it with descriptions and auto roll as part of their description. I forgot to do it. It was on my list. That's what I didn't do today. That everyone was saying, what did I ever miss earlier? That's what I forgot to do.
Yeah, I mean more so just that you can be sure I'm not just making bullshit up that are like, yeah, I reduced the damage. So I'm just gonna roll that psionic energy dice. So it's
I'm getting them
D6
close, Linda.
plus-
He's close. He's getting there.
D6 plus intelligence, so 3. So, okay, reduce that by 6. So
Okay, so you'll only take
9
9
damage.
points of necrotic damage. And you can see, as you've seen before, your armor is now looking like you've not kept up with it. You can see there are now patches of rust at the corners. You can feel you're feeling gaunt, like you haven't eaten. This doesn't feel good where you are now.
No.
And the rest of you can see that Iron Mind does not look well. Cool. That is, however, all that thing can do this time round. Would someone like to roll me a d6?
Go on,
Right.
Me,
Go on, Ori.
someone that's been rolling better.
Oh dear. D6.
That's fine. It doesn't get its breath back. Never mind. It'll just have to attack then.
No.
Oh, darn it. That's fine. That's fine. We can make that work. Let's go for... Well, it sees that Iron Mind doesn't look well, so it's going to do both attacks towards you, I think.
Yeah.
And then it'll deal with the creature behind it afterwards. So, swings round twice towards you, Iron Mind, for a 13 and a 12.
Misses AC 16.
I'm going to throw a bless on that first one.
Boo.
Because I can.
Although you may rule that his chainmail is now 15 AC because of the rust thing. I don't know.
No, I'm not going to do it. It's a mechanical disadvantage, just a thing. So 15 will not quite manage it. So close. Almost, but doesn't quite manage to pierce through the armor. And you just, even feeling as bad as you do, you're able to push it away without any incident. We will swing back to the top of the round. And Ari.
1d4 healing for Iron Mind, I think there.
She
and Brew.
sees
Sorry.
how
Thank you very much.
damaged that Iron Mind is going to be. So she's going to cast Healing Word on him
Okay.
to fix. Well, try anyway. So she's just going to look at him and, in a kind of nice melodic tone, just going, heal the armor, heal everything.
Linda, I hope you notice it's Kate who's saving all these people at the minute. Just point that out for tomorrow's
I was
session.
going to say thank you. Okay, thank you. It's a map. And
Ooh.
thank you, Ari.
10 points from the Iron Mind.
And
Plus 1.
Plus the 1, of course. Can't forget the +1.
Forget that
I'll
one.
forget the 1, but that gets me to a nice even 20, which I like.
and And then she is going to use her action to disengage from this guy because she does not like him and she does not do well in combat. So she's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. She's going to go there.
Okie dokie.
So she can still see everyone and she's still within ranges, but she's just going to stay there.
That's absolutely fine. Cool. That's everything you've got for that.
That's
We will
why
move
she's
on.
the smart one. That's why we let her do the
She's
talking.
learning.
What's the recharge on that?
He's going to follow her now.
I mean, that's entirely possible. So the one here will go 5, 10, 15, swings into Brew. Would you be facing the Blightlings or would you be facing the Mephit to the south of you?
I was facing towards the Blightling previously, so yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, no, absolutely. This one swings into your view in front of you and attempts to do one of its mighty punches. You know when something's an attack called a fist in there, it's not going to be the best in the world. Does a 14, I don't think will hit you, does it? So you pretty hear the fluttering of the wings and you barely have to turn to escape this thing as it flutters by. And it is your turn now.
Okay. Yeah, well, he's in front of me, so I'll short sword him.
It's like a worthwhile target. Oh, 11. 11 is just what you needed.
Oh, thank goodness. And then also
What?
an unarmed strike.
Sure. 22 will absolutely hit for 5 points of bludgeoning damage. I mean, yeah, the skin again is this kind of is mud. You are punching mud, but it does feel like as you're pushing in, there's some sort of core to it. So it snarls at you in a language you probably do not recognize, unless you have some elemental language that I've missed on your sheet.
No.
Yeah, so you do not recognize the language it's in. They're speaking in. Cool. Anything else? Let's move into bonus action.
No, that's
That's supposed to move. Alrighty. Yeah, that one's going to follow you, Ari. I think.
No, it's okay. He doesn't have to.
As he starts to flutter towards you, and this globule of viscous mud heads towards you. And can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please, Ari?
I can try.
I mean, pretty epically, you step out of the way, but it carries on chasing down you. That's all he's got. Sir Richard, you're stuck between two tall humanoids.
So he will. Okay. So what Resurge is going to do? He's going to use his action to take a. Now let me just figure out how to do this. Yeah. So he will attack with the main with the rapier against that fella there.
Okay.
So he should have flanking. Hopefully.
He does. Yes.
Waiting for it to come out there. It's a 14
14 will hit.
for 18 piercing.
And how do you dispatch this creature?
He isn't in rather a panic and he's stabbing violently. And he just feels like these sort of very, very thin and pointy wounds aren't doing enough. So as the thing turns around and looks at him, he just gets to pommel the blade and just cracks it in the head and finishes it that way. He's going to use his bonus action to take a swing at this fella with the dagger.
Okay.
Oop. That will be a 17.
17 will hit.
For 7 piercing.
Do you get to add the modifier to your?
Oh, I don't know. Joe would know that.
You don't have like two.
bonus.
You don't have any fighting styles or feat, do you? For
Hold on.
No-
I have
no
dual
dex
weapon
on the
fighting,
bonus.
dual wielder.
Oh,
Nice.
maybe.
You get a +1 bonus here. I'll just throw it in. +1 bonus to AC while you're wielding separate melee weapons in each hand. You can use 2 weapon fighting even though to count. You draw 2. So I know. So I just get. I wouldn't get the 7, then I would just get the 4, right?
Just the
Yeah,
4, yeah.
You
Okay.
need the 2-weapon fighting style.
Okay, cool. So there we
Thanks,
go.
sir.
So that's 4 points for you. And I'm going to move to here and here, which means this one should get an attack of opportunity. This one shouldn't.
Because of your Rakers or Dash. Yes.
Rakers or Dash,
So the
yes.
mud method sees you and takes a swing at you. 8. I love my rolls for these creatures today. Wow.
Fisty tough. Cool.
Yeah.
And that's all he's got. But he'll look around and he'll look around this one like and look straight at Iron Man and go, "Did you see it? Did you see it? I got one. Tell you how, chaps. I got one."
He's still a bit necrotic.
You're trying to stay away from the stench and this cloud of noxious fumes that's now coming up from the thing. Right.
Okay, so watching this fight for a minute, it does seem to me like a magically inclined musician is in danger from a mud bath,
Yes. Yes.
right? Okay, and seeing as the distance between us is quite great, I am indeed going to reach onto my belt again, and that same wind up little sprocket thing that I turned, I'm going to keep turning it even more aggressively, and it'll start ticking even faster as I also cast Expeditious Retreat.
Okay.
So now I can dash as a bonus action.
Oh, good grief.
And,
Yeah, okay.
So that's 80 feet. And I'm going to
Yep.
dash to this method.
We have the
because you
tools, we have the technology. We can make a Clockwork Man.
Yeah.
Ladies and-
So as he like starts ticking faster, it goes click, 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 and the arms and shit on his back is flailing around as he's running. And he pulls
Ari, you
out-
notice as he approaches you, it remains in time. There is a beat as he comes towards you.
it's like click, click, click. Anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
so even as it speeds up, it maintains the musical
Yeah.
time.
So he will also pull out, and now you notice the contraption is not that was on his belt. It's not like a box or something. It's a sword that he pulls out, and the spinning like clockwork thing is on the guard of the blade as he pulls it out. And wearing his little white gloves, he'll pull out the blade, and as he runs up, I will strike it with my sword.
Go for it.
I'll do a booming blade. It doesn't get a bonus to damage, but hey, maybe it moves. Who knows? You know, gotta, maybe. Where's my sheet? There it is. Too many screens. Okay.
That's it's not just me who has the same issues. Wait, what?
Okay. There we go. Attack roll.
15. 15 hits. You may roll for
Wonderful.
damage.
That is 7 points of slashing damage. And if he moves, he'll take another 1d8 thunder damage.
All right,
If he moves.
noted. Yeah, so Ari, you can now see you can see this is like moving, pulsing energy within this creature as a result of that whatever that slashing attack was.
How's it looking? It's still fine?
It's still fine. Yeah, that's the first bit of damage it's taken. So
It is a magical
it
sword.
took the
just in
damage you
case.
expected it to take.
Okay, nice. I mean, I would hope so. It's a magical weapon.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
Then we will move on to. So this mud method will have advantage, Brew, because you're not looking at it. Watch me still roll rubbish numbers. Oh wow!
Thanks.
How does an unnatural 20?
It is.
Yay! You got
Just-
a final an attack hits. It's my first attack of the evening for 5 bludgeoning damage. This is on the back of your head.
Cool.
As you just feel this very small little fist. They were speaking common before. They seem to be defaulting to kind of now talking amongst themselves in something, in whatever this odd-sounding language is. I just need to roll a d6 for him. Nope. Okay. Moving on, we will go to the one between Sir Richard and the Iron Mind. It's the one that's looking at you, Iron Mind, is a little bit as it's seen the big thing go down. It will again. Let's see. Odds, Iron Mind, even Sir Richard. Yep, the stick's attacking you, Iron Mind. It's this kind of, again, this weak fist swings out towards you for a... God, that wasn't at... 15 will not do it. I will not use a bless on that. That is your turn, Iron Mind. This is fist just...
Iron Mind is unbothered by the mud method. Is actually going to step. Can you step on the body of the Blightling? Can you step into that space?
Sure, if you want to. Roll me a d6.
Hey.
You will take 4 points of necrotic damage as you stepping into it.
Okay.
Sprays up all this mist on yourself.
Okay, so let me just. It's my Sorry. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I was just trying to get my health bar up. Okay, well then he will actually step. He'll take the opportunity attack. Oh, come on, he'll step up there. So he's gone 5, 10 diagonally. If the mud method wants to.
It does not take the opportunity attack at you.
Okay. He is going to then swing on.
Worth it for the Corday's face. What?
He is.
Just like
So offended. I love it.
He's gonna. He's gonna swing on this Blightling here.
Yep.
Oh, let's give it a go. Sorry, just to make sure I'm not. Yeah, it's just not normal. So.
9 will not do it.
Well, he's gonna stick with the second part of his plan anyway, and
I imagine you're just trying
actions.
to not throw up your breakfast because of the stench of the creature you just stepped on.
I think so, and he will action surge, use his second action to do his once per long rest casting of magic missile on the mud method here by Harry and Rowan, the one here by Sir Richard, and the one between Iron Mind. Basically, the three of them bar the one to the bottom right of.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Brew. We'll just do D4. I'll just double check. It's D4 plus 1, isn't it?
Yes.
Start.
Well, D4 plus 1 force damage. Yeah, you roll
You want
once.
me to roll once, or yeah?
I mean, I'd normally roll once just to save time.
Yeah, same. Yeah, but just to.
3 points on each of them.
Great. And I think that's yeah, that's it.
All 3 take the hit, and it does the damage you expect, unsurprisingly.
Okay. Yeah. All good.
-3. So the one by you, Brew, up here now looks like it's starting to struggle to hold itself together, but the other 3 seem fairly okay.
Cool.
Moving down this Blightling. Someone like to roll me a d6 again?
Coming at you.
Okay, doesn't recharge. That's okay. Yeah, it's gonna go for you, Iron Mind, because you kill. Oh no, actually, Sir Richard, you killed him, didn't you? So it'll step. No, it wants to step away, but it doesn't trust itself to get away from the armor. So yeah, Iron Mind, these attacks will come towards you.
Actually, I think
Ooh.
because Iron Mind is the halberd, so I think until it steps 10 feet out, he's still in his reach. So I think unless he moves out of the 10-foot, he won't get the opportunity attack, which I forget.
That's true, actually. Yes, no, you're right. So actually, yeah. It's going to go for you, Sir Richard, because you did the killing blow.
Come at me, bitch!
And yes, the correct gender.
Yes, figured it.
This thing comes down to
Here we go.
you. Well, it's multi-attack. Both hits on you.
So is this where I can use cutting word in?
You could
but
have,
as I say,
yeah, I don't think you're going to
16,
need to.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, good.
I wouldn't worry about it unless it goes into high teens. I wouldn't worry about cutting words. But yes, you could
Okay.
at that point have used it.
Okay. Thank you for learning.
Is that all you got, bitch?
I fucking got you, you worthless piece of man flesh.
I'm nobility, don't you know?
Not in this place. Ari, it's your turn.
I think she's shocked that this guy's following her around. She's like, God, I tried to get away from you. Why are you following me? And why is there a man with arms at his back? I'm not understanding any of this. So she has her rapier in her hand anyway, because
Would Ari be close enough to see what the arms coming out of my backpack look like?
probably
or-
not. Maybe.
Do a perception check. Just see if you're. This will be a freebie. Just to see if you're paying attention.
Ba, 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 ba.
On 11. No, probably not, really.
Okay.
You're aware
Alright.
there
The
are.
heat
You're
of
aware there are-
battle.
Yeah, your battle. You'll see afterwards.
She's
But at the
confused.
moment, you're too busy. You're fixed on this thing flying towards you, and yes, carry on.
Yeah, so she will just take her rapier and just swing at him and give it a go.
16 will hit for 11 piercing. Wow,
Ooh.
that's a good hit.
She's
This is
learning.
flying towards you. You basically almost hold the rapier straight out. It kind of skewers itself on you, slides back off.
Then she is going to use her, because she can see how damaged Sir Richard is. She will try to use some healing word for that as well.
It's in
And
range.
She's gonna. Yes, he is in range.
I can't see anyone else's health bars. Can you guys see mine?
Yes.
I
Okay.
can't see Rowan's, but it's
Okay,
maybe
cool.
It's
intentional.
because Rowan is immortal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Challenge the DM.
I'll
canon.
check that.
No, no worries.
Why you can't see? Yeah, because I noticed you can't see them all on stream, so I don't think
Please
so.
don't kill me, Dungeon Master. It was only a joke.
Oh, wow.
11 points of healing to you, Sir Richard.
Thank you. Oh, wow. What does that look like or feel like from a bard?
She's just kind of being Aria. She's just looking at people, and she's just like a small melodic thing going, I have tried to tell you to stop doing these things. Please just get somewhat better and stay that way.
So there's an inherent threat in it, or
Kind of like, yeah, that I'll be disappointed if you get hurt again.
okay,
So
good.
much.
Rowan,
She's not
that
angry.
voice
She's not
is
angry that you got
inherently
stabbed.
musical. There's something about that voice that's inherently musical. If I remember part of the backstory, that might trigger. You might have encountered this with at least one other person previously.
Sorry, who, me?
Not you. Nope.
Oh, sorry, okay, cool, sorry.
That's it.
Any movement?
Thank you. Thank you.
No, she's not distracting him anymore. He'll follow her again.
Method. Let's see if he gets his. So nearly a 6. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's just going to swing towards Brew. It doesn't have advantage because you're looking at it. So straight fist towards you, Brew. Is this little thing? Hey, nada. For a 13.
Miss.
I mean, that's you were passing those sorts of things very early on in the dojo. This thing, what? When's this thing going to start attacking you?
Yeah, get good now.
Get good, man. Do like this, man. And what do you do?
Short sword.
That seems like a reasonable response.
Oof.
10 is not enough.
I am going to use my blitz.
Okay. That's it. Use your blesses. Give in to the dark side. 13 will be enough.
Cool.
5 points.
And then a key point to flurry of blows.
Alrighty. Yeah, this thing is just, you can see mud is now sloughing off it. It is very definitely. 20 will hit, another 5 points. Oh, so close. Just about holding itself together. And a 12 is enough to hit these things. So, as you do that second punch, you punch into, you feel that core of it, and your fist punches into it. And can you, as a result, please make me a dexterity saving throw as the thing just goes.
Can indeed.
Death Burst. Oh, that's my favorite Morbid Angel album.
Oh, Morbid Angel.
And you are restrained as this thing, just viscous mud, catches you with that second swing into it.
That didn't go to plan. Cool.
You hear a chuckle from the one behind you.
That's me.
How did you fail that? Jeez.
So one up by you, Ari, will continue to push on onto you. Again, you see, sort of wrench yourself back off your weapon and then for a 5. I'm presuming 5. Yeah.
Dodges.
This is the way of it. This is the way. So, Richard, what is your
Okay.
way now?
Okay, so he will he'll look at these two creatures and go, and he'll stare at this one right in its googly red bloodshot eye and he'll go, "You're next, my friend. Your time has come, for I am Sir Richard Brythorn."
Never heard of you. Don't care.
He'll move to there. That's 5.
Yes.
So he will go boopity boop boop boop. Actually, hold on a second. Let's see if I can if we can make this weird fucking swashbuckler stuff work. But if I can go there and I'm not 5 feet within 5 feet of anyone, is that how it works? Let me see. Fancy footwork. I'll throw it in.
That would be fine. Go in there. You will. The mud method will be able to take a swing at you.
Yeah, let him do that.
Yeah, I mean, as you can tell, these things are to be feared in their attacks today.
This is where he gets an at 20.
No, it's only a 13. I'm getting closer. Double digits. Give me
Okay,
another,
cool. So,
6 hours and I'll be.
I'm sorry, it's
Okay.
the wrong one. Sorry, I'll throw in the other thing. Rakish
Yeah, it's Rakish Audacity.
If you're within 5 feet, no other creatures are within 5 feet of you. So we're all good. So we'll take a swing at him with the rapier. So boop. Waiting for a roll 20 to do its thing. I'll take the 7.
Okay.
Is there anything I can do with that? If I got a 4 and the less, would that do it?
You suspect that blow would not be strong enough.
Okay.
I've got inspiration, do you, in the bank?
I do not have inspiration in the bank, unfortunately. But what I will do is he'll go. There we go. Right, as the rapier just rebounds against his rubbery exterior, he'll swing his dagger and go, "Let's get down and dirty then, as they taught me in the back streets of the big city." And he'll give him a swipe with the dagger. That's a
Is
nat
it?
20
Nice.
Oh,
for. Okay, so it's 1 and 3. Is that right?
It'll be
4
1
total.
plus 1 plus 12. Plus whatever you roll on the critical.
Sorry, yeah. So that's 12 plus so 14.
14 damage. And
here's
you
a
get to
little
roll on the
D100.
critical table. So for those who
I
haven't seen this before, we do have. You should have it as a token action. There you go.
Sorry, I just
80.
Almost as old as Joe's character.
Did I say how old he is in years? Years?
Well, I mean, how many dog years is that?
He's immortal, but he's 7. He hasn't been
Nope,
immortal.
that's the macro. I need the table. You should have it. I mean, I say you should have that as a. Nope, that's not what I wanted to press.
Oh, sorry. Do you want me to will I just roll again?
So I'm going to find what 80 is on my.
I've no problem.
My weightings are not. My weightings have changed for
If it makes it easier.
the standard table.
Sorry, I should have used the thing.
Right. Your attack will knock your target over. That's fine. So you knock the target over. You do enough damage with 14 that it will be dead. So you,
I told you, you swine! Richard Brythorn, carry the name into the afterlife.
you see this bubbling round. She collapses into the mud
vile. And
alongside.
you'll use the rest of
As
the
she
movement.
finishes,
Sorry.
her hand rests on the hand of her partner. And they are joined in death.
Jesus Christ, Tom.
God.
You killed them. You stabbed their dinner. Honestly.
Can we take a break?
They're just having a nice
Oh
little
my
day.
God.
Emotionally damaged.
Now stage
Right,
2, and
that's
they
some
merge
fucking-
together to form next.
Some psychic damage right there. Okay,
That's
so
one
I'm
of the
going
dad
to
jokes.
move, a 5, 10, and I'm going to try and interpose him. I don't know if I can't end up between squares, can I?
No, you can't. But yeah,
No,
you can
so
be.
he'll
So I
try-
can
yeah,
understand
he'll
the
attempt to-
intention is you're pushing. Yeah.
Interpose, and they go, "You fight me, you swine! Leave my friend alone."
You will all notice that as this second Blightling has collapsed, the methods all now look a little bit more. Uh-oh. Wait, what?
Yes,
Uh,
death comes for you, and it wields a pointy sword.
so Rowan.
Rowan getting kind of worried since he has not drawn the attention of this meth head here yet. He's going to say, Liliana, it's time to dance. And he will like go down on one knee and pull open the back of his backpack, and they'll pop out a head with this porcelain face, and then climb out of the backpack and drop down next to him. Can I put that on the map?
Book. So if all of you who are there,
Sorry, I also did one.
that's whichever way you
There
put
we
it
go.
down, wherever you want to. I'll just put it
I
there.
want to put it down here next to me, and then I want
Okay.
to, with my bonus action, instruct it to walk to that square over there, but do like a little ballerina swing around the guy so she doesn't get into range of him.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely. Yeah, so you should have full movement to that character and access. You should be able to access the sheet. So
Indeed. Okay, I just gotta delete that. And that, sorry guys, new thing.
Sorry, did this just crawl out of your backpack?
Yes, this was the limbs that were shaking. Went rigid and
Oh, and how big is it?
Human sized.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Full human sized. Life sized.
not a tall human, but human
No,
size.
no. About, I would say, probably about the same size as our lovely bard here, and they will just stand there next to you. And as Rowan has one hand doing kind of like puppet motions, and the other hand he is kind of swinging the sword. And I believe that is my bonus action to actually direct her to do something. So,
Yes.
it's just, yeah. And then I will use my action to stab the method in the back again.
Go for it. It looks as
that's-
shocked as the rest of you as this clockwork figure deftly and calmly swings past.
Oh wait, that's the wrong thing. Sorry, that's booming blade. Conductor's edge, 13 to hit.
13 will hit.
Nice. 11 points of slashing damage.
And you get the swords just right, and you feel there's a knit. There's
Mm.
and I need both of you to make me dexterity saving throws, please. As
Oh,
you
no.
smash this thing apart. Well, you slice this thing apart. And there's this kind of explosion of mud follows it. So yeah, Auri and Rowan to make a
Dexterity
dexterity save throw.
Too many sheets on my page.
So Rowan, you are fine. Auri, you are not expecting this. This mud covers you all over, head to toe, and you find yourself restrained.
Oh no.
Not that I think it's going to matter in the way this fight's going. Nice, Rowan. Anything else?
Did I kill it? Damn it. That
You
sucks.
did kill it.
So now my ballerina is just back there going like dancing.
Just
but
dancing around at Auri
Yeah.
while she's unable to move.
Ari's like, fucking help me.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
My sister-in-law was watching that movie, Megan.
I can't wait to see that.
Yesterday.
I'm really excited to see that.
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah, I gotta watch it. Couldn't watch.
Cool. So the method next to Brew and Sir Richard, kind of, it hears the second. You hear the second sound of that explosion over, and it will just disengage, and it dives into the water, and you see it. You can see sort of the trail of its mud swimming away, and that's as far as it can get with its movement.
I'll find you.
As it is underwater. This one will. Oh, it's not a current. I mind you will get a. Oh, actually, it hasn't used its breath, so it'll use its breath. No, it's just going to flee directly south. I mind you will get a swing as this one just takes off flying this way.
I think they're fleeing. I think Iron Mind's actually gonna let them.
Yeah, I mean, unless anyone wants to chase them down, this one continues to swim, that one continues to fly, and they're just going in
Can I
separate
see
directions.
it?
Hey, you can see it. It's underwater at this point.
Can I shoot it with my hand crossbow?
Yeah, you can
Sorry,
definitely do it.
my hand crossbow. Boop.
It will get
Yeah, 23
little 23 will certainly hit.
for. I don't know if I get the sneak.
You won't get the sneak on
So
that
4
one,
piercing.
so it's 4 points of damage.
Just little reminder.
Little love tap as it departs.
Yeah.
I mean, you hit, it does the damage you
A parting
expect.
gift.
Yeah,
Pass
crossbow
the gift.
bolted in the buttock.
Yeah.
But they will continue to depart. So presuming you're not chasing them down, we will come out of combat.
I will extra. Now that Brew is sort of encased in this sticky substance, is he still wearing the friendship bracelet I gave him?
Weird, yeah.
He is, okay.
Yeah.
Well, and it's very obvious that Richard is sort of looking for that. And
It's a bit hard to see under the mud.
yeah, but there, it's very obvious there is a sort of a sigh of relief, and he goes, "My friend, let me extricate you from your bondage," and he'll sort of try and pull the stuff off him and get him out and go, "Fairly ungodly creatures, aren't they? But we prevailed. Nobody can defeat our gang." Right.
Good job.
And he'll throw. Yeah, and just as Brew is going to walk off, he'll throw up a high five a little bit too late, and then it'll be real awkward.
And then grab your hand. Hello.
And then if Brew goes in for a fist bump, he'll just grab the fist bump and shake it.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Is everybody all right?
Yeah. Iron Mind is gonna go over to Auri and Rowan. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to take you too long to kind of free yourselves and be able to get yourselves moving again.
My God.
Now that you're out of combat.
What is that
I will-
terrifying creature?
I will kneel down in front of Liliana again so she can get back inside my backpack. It's a bag of holding, by the way, but it comes back inside of it and doesn't fit in it fully. That's why the limbs and arms hang out. And then as the musical like rhythmic ticking stops, the limbs will go limp again, and
Oh my God.
Rowan will stand up. Nasty business, these elementals, they are. I actually dealt with a couple of them a bit back.
We should obviously thank you for your assistance. You proved very effective in turning the tide of battle in this fight to the death. If you weren't here, I don't know what we would have done.
It would seem that fate had brought us together here. Honestly, I kind of just followed the music and happened.
What music?
The music, the singing and the speaking. It was very melodic, really. I heard it a ways off.
Is he referring to Ori?
Oh,
Yeah.
did your... is that why you... Did your
I need to learn how to sing.
dance over here?
No, my friend danced because that is what she does. But yeah. Sorry if I seem a little bit what's the word? Suspicious. I've been stuck in this mists for a number of days now. Was it days or weeks, Tom?
It's days. The length of the journey from where you set off, that could have taken weeks, to be fair. And you've not spoken to many people in that time.
So I take it you're not a tracker then, or a woods person or something.
I mean, I'm a wood person in the way of working with wood, but I wouldn't say I'm a woods person.
So more of a city folk then. That's why you've been wandering around here for so long ineffectually.
I'm looking for something. I heard there might be some ruins here that might have some information that I'm looking for. Sorry?
Fountain of Youth, is it?
No. Not for me.
All right.
May I ask your name, since you seem to have helped saved my
yes.
life?
Of course, where are my manners? My name is Rowan. Rowan Wright. It is a pleasure to make each and all of your acquaintances.
Brew, can you make me a history check when you hear that name?
It's a great name for a sailor.
For sure.
Oh, you mean like shipwrights? Yeah.
No, as in rowing right, if you wanted to go right in the boat.
I see.
Right?
I see.
Starboard, friend Richard.
Yes, that's it. That's the one. I can never tell them apart. Thank you, Iron Mind. There's...
Name
This
doesn't
one
mean
has never
anything to
been on
you.
a boat. It probably would have been.
So, I mean, you know why I'm here, but why are you lot here in these mists?
Insight check.
Make an instant check.
Is this? Has he been sent by somebody? Richard Prythorn is kind of.
They've been sent by the DM. You know you're in trouble.
Yeah. Is this just like a casual question, or is there more to it?
I mean, it's Rowan. If you want to roll against it, that's up to you.
I'm not trying to be deceptive, or I'm actually trying to figure out why you're here. Because maybe we might be looking for the same thing. Because it doesn't look like you live here, based on what the other denizens look like. So I feel like
There's nothing in his manner that causes you any immediate concern, Sir Richard.
Very well.
Iron Mind, while normally fairly forthcoming, I think he's learned not to run his mouth too much about what we're doing or what our missions are, unless Elry or Richard or one of the others gives the go ahead.
Rowan, you will clearly see they all have some mark of Candlekeep on them. As they're now this close.
Oh, I
Just so
know.
you're aware.
I know of Candlekeep, right? It's like a library of sorts.
Yeah, it's a large library. Might be useful to you going forward.
Might be. Yeah. You wouldn't happen to need an accompanying hand. I have realized that I'm woefully unprepared for these
You're not selling yourself very well.
I mean,
Well,
I mean, he
he-
did help us.
on my
absolutely,
own,
but-
on my own, I've managed to avoid most of the dangers here. I did run into some water that was weird, but
well,
but you,
even if this stranger was not so capable as we might still escort him out of the swamps.
absolutely.
Nothing
Yeah,
else.
it's not safe to be alone here.
I mean,
Right. You
Hon-
didn't have
honest-
passed a sunken tower by any chance, would you? Seeing as you've been ranging and roving around these areas, and happened to have found a sunken wizard tower, ancient in its destruction.
no, and I wouldn't want to leave these mists quite yet, as I am still looking for something. But if you insist, I could perhaps we could come to a monetary agreement to escort me to, because I am also looking for a ruin relating to a wizard.
See, why would you be looking for it? Sounds like you could be interested in the same place we are.
I am someone who is magically inclined, and a wizard's towers could have valuable knowledge.
I see. Is there anything specific that you're looking for in there? Or that would drag you all the way out into this fetid place all by yourself?
Not anything too specific. I do know that wizards that have towers, considering I do not have a tower of my own, are usually quite esteemed, and I'm looking to. Maybe I'm hoping they might
esteemed.
have more knowledge than I do. So
Towers aren't all they're cracked up to be. They're rather hard on the calves and the hamstrings. But
yeah, that's fair.
Well, if nothing else, perhaps he could accompany us back to Candlekeep when all is said and done.
yes,
Ethics
I
there.
don't see why not. Brew, what say you? Ori,
I would.
I am okay if he joins us. We need numbers, it would seem.
what is the monetary arrangement you spoke of?
I'd be willing to pay you if you do not wish to accompany me out of the goodness of your heart. I could give you some money.
I believe we're all jolly good sports here. Isn't it right?
I think so. You did save me.
What do you think?
So, Richard, you're being
Payment
told, I
enough.
think.
No,
Statement enough.
I know, but I know.
I mean, you guys clearly have a lot more to gain out of this than I do, okay?
What do you think, Iron Man?
that's me speaking, not.
You can buy us a drink when we get to some place where we can clean up.
Well, we were some bit outnumbered. This one is a little shamed that we couldn't come to Auri's aid, seeing as we were overwhelmed ourselves. This stranger, or Rowan, did help. Seems
Indeed.
only fair. We have same or similar goal. Strength in numbers. If that's agreeable, Brew.
I'll take your steer on it, my friend.
Agreed.
Is it
Welcome to the gang,
everyone?
everyone.
I just also want to add, just to clear out any confusion about the size of the doll. The size is like late teens, early 20s, female adult.
Mm-hmm.
It's medium
like
though.
like human.
Yeah, human.
I would like to say what's remarkable, I think, is that even in this situation, Iron Mind is still the least socially capable, even more so than the guy with a clockwork doll stuffed in his backpack. He's still the most awkward and maladapted to social situations. Yeah.
I might just take.
Are we doing anything on this area while we're here?
Happy to search around, but Sir Richard will definitely just take a rag and dip it into the cleanest spot of the water he can and try and help Iron Mind clean that necrotic fluid off his armor and stuff like that.
Don't step on them.
Yeah, I mean, do you see you investigating the bodies on the ground? Do you say, oh, you just...
he'll do that, and then after that he'll help Iron Mind.
Okay,
clean himself up.
you will find there's not much on the bodies around here, but you will find a bronze armband and a very ornate-looking ring.
Fantastic, aren't we rich?
Rated for pints.
Anybody know what these are?
That's a ring.
I
and
Do
an
anything
armband.
fantastic, like make me fly, or
Oh,
I
a new
could
friend appears to, yeah.
take a look at them if you.
have you got the abilities to do such a thing?
In ways, yes. DM, do they look magical?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, I could do that
I'm
too.
just waiting for my sheet to load. It doesn't want to load. Why aren't you loading? I'll reload my sheet. Nope. Come on. Work.
What does he know about magic items? Joe's clearly playing a barbarian.
Yeah. Arcana check. Okay, I don't have proficiency in Arcana, but I'll make an Arcana check, maybe.
Ooh,
19.
Nice. You can tell the armband isn't, the ring is.
The armband seems to be mundane. The ring does have a certain magical feeling to it. And I will then pull out a little tuning fork and I will hit the tune. Actually, no. First, I will pull out a little metronome that I will put down and it'll start clicking like. And then I will pull out the tuning fork. I'll slap the tuning fork against it and listen as I cast Identify to try and.
Okay. The ring is a ring of swimming.
Nice.
To save it for other things, the armband is worth about 55 gold.
but I think the armband would look rather fetching on Brew and his guns. And he's like swinging and punching folks and bashing their heads in. Brew, catch! You throw it to him.
Aye, friend Brew doth have magnificent guns.
Right, doesn't he?
I look to you, Sir Richard, and I toss the ring at you. Do you catch it or do you just like let it fall off?
No, he'll catch it. And he'll kind of look around and go, well, my friend, what is it?
That is a ring that makes you swim. What does a ring of swimming do?
Makes you swim.
Does it
Describing the
make
exact
make
details.
If one places it on, as one compelled to jump into the nearest body of water and swim.
You will gain a swimming speed of 40 foot while wearing this ring.
Even in heavy armor?
You know what? Yes. Let's say yes.
Are you wearing heavy armor, Ironman?
He wears chainmail. Yeah, he's got negative dex.
I tell you what, this grants somebody the magical ability to swim. Lest I think we might throw it at our friend wearing the heaviest armor. Might save your life. What say you?
Well, this one would not want to deprive one of the rest of the party of it. This one is a reasonably strong swimmer with a
Even in
decent
chainmail?
athletic score. If
I mean, if we were to make a list of most likely to drown, it would probably be me.
Pretty much where I'm going with that, yeah. What say the rest of you, Ori, Brew?
Or Rowan, I mean, if you've got you've got an extra set of limbs on your back. You've got like
I'd say that doll will float while he sinks.
Is it Liliana? Is it Liliana?
Yes.
She could sort of paddle like from the back, like a sort of like a motor.
Maybe she's a buoyancy.
There is a ring of swimming for whoever wants it. We will let. And you will take your short rest at the end of it. So anyone who wants to can roll hit die, and any short rest recovery abilities.
I will do that.
I'll just add
Absolutely.
the only reason I can even pretend to carry her is because of the bag of holding. I have a minus, is it 2 or 1 to strength? I don't know. Something like
It's
that.
at least a -1.
Bag of
Minus
holding
2.
ever gets ripped, then we can strap her to
I'll
the Iron
just
Man.
throw it to Iron Man then.
Yeah, and it makes it
We're
more
short
sense.
resting, are we?
That's up to you. You can short rest. You can long rest. It's whatever you wish to.
I think sure. I'm not too bad.
I'm only down 2 thanks to Ori. So
I mean, in terms of the directions you have, you reckon you
pretty good,
might be
I
able to. You could potentially do this in half a day. Might get you to your destination.
Hmm.
And Ari has that
Carry on.
sort of map information in order to. You're looking at Brew. Brew looks like they need a break for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I did use like not too bad for health, but I did use
Yeah, and
like
Iron
most
Mind
of my
is
fighter abilities.
very close to being bloodied.
Okay, we need a longer rest then.
I will
don't-
check and see.
So if my hit dice, so good.
So that's up to you whether you want to push on. I mean, you don't know exactly what time of day it
I'm
is.
okay with the short, but but if I'm happy to do a long rest if people need it.
I mean, from how you've probably not been walking more than half the day, from what you can tell. So you have, and from where you stayed here the previous night is not a nice place to stay, which Rowan can definitely
it's not
attest to. It's not
linear.
being a fun
Yeah,
place.
I think if we could minimize the amount of overnight camping trips we have here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I'm just saying
Carry whoever needs carrying.
plus. Yeah.
I just realized artificers are not ritual casters, so I'm out of spell slots.
Oh, they're not. Yeah. I always forget that they're like half.
Yeah, I'll
Like
take
they
the
have
ritual
half-cast
caster feat
progression.
at some point.
So we'll deal with that. We'll get that sorted.
If I don't
yeah.
die. We'll see.
Well, we'll see. So, all right. So you say you take your short rest. Did I not hit?
Mhm.
I'm hoping there's music playing because I'm not hearing it, but I'm sure it should be there.
Yeah, so
there
ominous
for me anyway.
I'm not hearing it.
Okay. So you've taken your short
I think that's
rest. You've identified this ring, which you've handed on to someone. Who is now helming the destination onwards? It cannot be Rowan because he does not have the map. But if one of you wishes to helm the expedition in leading you towards your destination,
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Me.
Sorry, have the map.
Brew was a pretty good scout, based on the
Yeah.
last one. The
you-
scout, I think.
yeah, that's fine. So roll me a survival check as you lead the party onwards through the marshlands. 12 are okay. Are you traveling just a normal pace? I should have asked this beforehand.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I just remembered Richard did buy sort of galoshes for his boots. So his boots,
He did, yeah.
whatever about his ruffly shirt
Yes, he did.
being ruined, he did buy boot protectors.
Yeah.
And
The boot protectors certainly did their job. So underneath, your boots are wonderfully fine.
pristine.
The ruffles, well, this is going to be... Yeah, you're going to make the laundry at Candlekeep really have to work to do all that.
Yeah, he may have to buy a new shirt.
So as you step on through this sort of tepid landscape, it's damp, it's wet. Even on the driest parts, you can still feel the squelch of the ground underneath your foot, the mud coming up over it. You pass by a sump, and there's This rancid, sulphurous rain clings to all of you as you go through it. And this hideous stench you can now smell. Even as you leave this sump behind and carry on through the water's not washing this off. You're going to have to do it. This is going to be a thorough, proper clean at some point. This is a powerful, sulphurous smell of decayed vegetation and trapped marsh gas and all sorts of just this bubble that your passage over is just released out. You carry on pushing through. Do me a Neville survival check, please.
I just want to say thanks, Busy Bee, for the raid. Welcome.
Ooh, thank you for the raid.
Thank you.
Welcome in. I hope your stream went well. Our party have just fought off some elemental and fey creatures and are traversing a swamp looking for a wizard's tower. Thank you for coming to join us. And thank you for trusting us with your stream and your viewers. Yes, so another survival check, please, Brew, as you carry on through this wet, swampy lands. 9. Oh dear.
Not getting better.
No.
I'm not lost, you're lost.
Can you make me a... Do you have proficiency in nature, Brew?
I do not.
Can you just do me a wisdom check then? Wow, that's good. Just before you take a step as you're putting past, you suddenly stop as you look in this kind of patch of fairly clearish ground right before you, and you suddenly realise that's quicksand that you are just about to put your foot into. And your foot is hovering over the... You're over to, step back, step back. It takes you a good half hour to go around this thing now, carefully checking the front way. You can see the light is starting to go down now. You're not sure if you're still on track as far as your map goes at this point, and all of you are aware that
We might be lost.
this seems like you're going more towards the river, towards the eastern edge of the marsh. You can see it's all getting much wetter now, this terrain.
How's Brew's demeanor? Is he one of these people who will never admit that they're lost, or is he like
I refuse to ask for
directions?
Yeah, there's no way.
yes.
Yeah.
I swear we've seen that lizard before.
That tree looks very, very. Actually, I believe they're my initials.
Yeah.
Just a half hour ago. Hang on, wait.
SOB. Yes.
That Burger King looks familiar.
Right.
That little chef.
I will need another survival check. If someone wants to try to provide aid,
Do you have to be proficient?
for the purpose of this, let's say no.
I'm happy to provide aid then. In the form of he's behind Brew going, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
So it's either going to concentrate the mind or really throw you off.
Do you know where we're going? I feel like you don't.
Always.
Backseat rangering.
There you go.
23.
Now look, you're welcome.
Or backpack.
Reasonably surreptitiously, Brew, you kind of look at the map again, you just scrape off a bit of the mud that caught it, go, oh, okay. And you just manage to start leading the party a little bit more round the south, a bit more, okay, that's fine. You seem to be a bit more kind of not a path through this murk and grime, but you are definitely finding, okay, this is progress now. We're getting somewhere on this side of things. Can I have another survival check? Again, this can be advantage if Sir Richard continues to go, are we still not there yet? Have we not?
I think it's upside down. I'm not sure.
15.
It wasn't, Sir Richard. It really wasn't on those things.
Right.
Okay. Could someone roll me a d20?
I want to.
No.
And then
like
stream
rolling.
there of our party with you 16. Okay.
Only
On a
trust.
scale of 1 to a million, how dead are we? With 16?
16 beholders
Yes.
come out of the murk, and that's No, 16's fine. You can tear into push through. This is hard going now. This is a stretch. I mean, all your footsteps are slower than now, Kate. Your boot protectors are probably not going to last much longer. So
Stop! They're heavy. They're hardcore leather.
But there's a lot of mud on them and a lot of water around. There's been a lot been in the water most of the day at this point. It's just...
Like whatever about the creatures we fought. This now Richard is really distressed.
This one hopes friend Richard paid extra for the warranty.
Damn it!
It was only 5 copper.
And he pulls out the 5 copper. That's in a different pocket. And he goes, "Rat lot of good it do me now." And he flings him into the swamp.
So tempted to have one of the methods go, "Thank you."
I will subtract 5 copper for my...
So it is now getting on to nighttime. Do you want to push through into the night, or do you want to find a place to rest up?
I mean, Brew would suggest resting. Well,
Yeah, I think resting too, since we're all wet and tired and.
Okay. Who would like to try to find somewhere to make a camp?
Probably Brew. I mean, that's...
What is that check?
Rowan...
Is it a survival?
Say survival for making that.
Rowan,
I'll just do typical.
how have you been faring out here for the last few days in the wilderness?
You know, usually if I need to, I run away. But yeah, camping is
What?
You're running away from.
That weird water thing you talked
the
about.
weird water thing.
What weird water thing?
Well, it was a water, but it was weird.
What does that mean? You said that a couple of times.
It's a water weird. It's like it's a monster that is made of water, and it.
All right.
Yeah. Strange.
Where was that?
Anyway,
Could you mark it in the map for us so we can avoid it?
I don't know. I don't know where I was, but I can look for a safe place to camp.
Why are we trusting this man with the responsibility of finding somewhere safe for us to sleep?
Because
Safe to
your
sleep,
current guide
but-
has not helped you get to where you need to get to tonight.
Well, he's
That wouldn't be a
been-
nature check, right?
been surviving
Would it be a what,
in
sorry?
the swamp for a few
No
days.
problem.
Would it be survival or nature to look for a spot to camp?
I'll let you do it as nature if you want. That's fine.
Oh, thank
You
you
spent-
so much.
You spent some time. You have spent some time in this swamp. You're starting to get an idea of,
22.
and you are able to. Pretty much as Richard's there berating you, you're able to kind of point over to there where there's trees are pushed out, and you can actually see where have just pushed all the debris and vegetation is kind of pulled up above the water line. So it is only merely mildly moist or suspiciously damp, as opposed to actually wet. And you might be able to sling stuff between the trees to actually get yourself to a point.
I don't know if I prefer nearly damp over suspiciously moist. I think I take the nearly damp instead.
Is that the new fragrance by Calvin?
Suspiciously moist.
Oh, yeah.
No.
That's fine.
This is
So you
moist is the
head to
worst
despair, and you're able to set yourselves up a camp of sorts. There won't be a fire tonight because nothing's going to burn particularly well. But you're able to. Is there anyone doing anything this evening before you settle down for the night?
Conversation with Rowan and Ironmind, if that's all right.
Okay.
Trying to clean up.
Mm-hmm.
All of you going. We should have taken prestidigitation at this point.
Yeah.
So Sir
Why did
Richard,
that wizard
as
have
we're
to stay back?
sat around our non-fire, we'll pull out. He still has his rat pastry. So he'll pull that out and he'll hand it to Rowan. I'm not sure if you like you're into rats or anything, but I picked this up in Baldur's Gate.
Yes.
But where else do you get a rat
Baldur's Gate, right? It's yours if you want it, as a sort of a gesture of friendship, as it were. And
I will accept the rat meat just because it's rude. It's bad manners to say no to a gift.
But otherwise, you would have not accepted. This is what you're saying to me.
I mean, it's from Baldur's Gate. I mean, you have to be. That's a bad thing by itself, regardless of what it is.
All right. I don't think I don't think you were to realize that. Yeah, but you, Sir Owen, what is that thing in your backpack?
Are you referring to my contraption?
Yes.
It's a dancer, it's a marionette.
I see.
Have you? Did you ever, when you were a child, did your parents give you a?
Beatings, yes, man.
I was more referring to something like a music box.
No, I mean, they once a year they would collect the finest bards and musicians and pay them to perform for me on my birthday. So, I think I can relate.
I've never had parents.
I feel quite sorry for you both. But a music box, and he will take out out of his backpack, he will take out a smaller contraption similar to the contraption that is on the guard of his sword. And he will turn it on the side, and he'll put it down, and it'll start playing like a little music, and then it'll pop open, and in the middle of it there will be a little spinning ballerina as it's playing music.
How wonderful.
Like it's something like that, but
what
much larger.
Why did you extricate it from your bag of whatever that is, and in the middle of a hostile situation? It seems a dancing creature is not the first thing I would think of when shit is hitting pardon my parlance, the fan.
I mean, it's a dancing creature, but it's also made of metal, and it has fists. So I figured if worst come to worst, it could beat the crap out of something.
Oh my!
But I prefer it to just stay back and do its defensive role. I wouldn't want it to get dented or something like that.
Tell me, does it speak to you?
No.
Good.
That's not a feature I've had it yet.
Yet?
How long have you had it?
About maybe a year now.
I'm going to say all of you will notice there's a deep sadness in the back of his tone as he's speaking for all this. Deep sadness.
Okay, well, I won't make the comment as well. I can twitch at them.
To forestall the rest of that chat I see was going around in the background.
Thank you, yeah.
So
okay, well, I mean...
each other safe.
In a way, yes.
I see. Did you have a name, did you say? Or did they have a name?
Yes. The name is Liliana.
Liliana, it's a beautiful name.
Indeed.
Anything else? Or this seems like a point you might be headed for. Are we keeping watches tonight? I guess is a question.
I would think so. Actually, we don't have a fire, but if it's because Iron Mind has oil and a hooded lantern, so if we want while we were doing things for the hour or so before bedding down, it can be full brightness, and then it's hooded, so you can dampen it down to just 5 feet of dim light. Maybe just have that in the center of camp, unless people don't want any light. But just so there's like the equivalent of maybe a little smoldering.
No, a little light would be lovely.
A little light would be very good.
A bit of comfort, if nothing else, if not any actual, much heat. But that would have been the setup otherwise.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine.
Center of camp.
Just to make sure you not get rid of one of your oils in the process of doing so. But yeah, go for it.
Indeed. Yes, Miss Jawbreaker and Nightlight, exactly.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Richard will just have a very quick word with Sir Ironmind, the Ironmind, and he'll say, "Thank you for coming to my aid during that fight, my friend. It was
Of course.
rather hairy. You're all right. It's
I do have ritual casting.
Oh, you do? Nice.
I do have ritual casting.
Nice. We can identify
Great, good to
everything
know.
we come across.
Yes, and that also means that before we go to sleep, I will take some time to go around the camp and set up a alarm.
Well, Ironmind loves this. I considered taking alarm as his magic initiate thing, but I did magic missile for the psionic. But yeah, he loves this. A perimeter.
So I will.
Proper
Cast-
way to do things, Iron Mind. Excellent. This is.
Yeah.
Like watching a child look at sweets.
This one
I will-
was impressed with our recent companion.
How big can I ward?
20-foot cube.
20
Depends how many times you're gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take like half an hour and just set up like a spots, you know.
Okay.
And what would that look? So it's like strings between trees and stuff, and then at the end of the strings there are some of those monkeys that slap their cymbals against each other. Yeah,
Audible alarm then. Okay.
yeah. So it's very if someone triggers it, they'll go.
Yeah, so we can all hear.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so just Sir Richard just wants to know how Ironmind's armor is and how he's feeling. That's all. You're all right. Is anything I can try to do to help? So your armor took a little bit of a beating.
Yeah, he's been kind of doing stress tests on it, and
There doesn't seem to be anything long term.
Okay.
Doesn't
the
seem
damage
like a.
seems
damage doesn't seem to be-
superficial.
Yeah. It just needs a good bit of vinegar and water and proper oiling it up and
Is it?
actually doing proper cleaning solutions to it.
Cool.
It's
Thank you. He said, "Oh, but the friendship bracelet is, and I checked. It's unharmed. It's clean. There was some mud, but
There's no obligation to keep you clean, my friend. Just should it come off, I shall make you a new one. That's all. Just
if you want it or not, you'll get another one.
yeah.
You're gonna wake up and it'll be on you.
Middle of the night.
Try to lose it.
It's like a pirate check.
Middle of the night.
Ironmind wakes up hog-tied with friendship.
His eyes are like right there in your eyes, and he's just trying to think. Go back to sleep, my friend. It's all a dream. So yeah, he's but he would be keen to say, it doesn't matter if it gets dirty or broken, that he will make you a new one.
Thank you.
Nice. And with that, who is taking first watch?
I think Sir Richard would like to take last watch. Get up.
I can do first.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go in the middle if no one else.
Do we need to do a watch on our own? We can't do a watch.
I think I'd be
with
looking
someone else?
for
Double up if
4
you
watches would see you through the night. So it doesn't have to be everyone. You can partner up if you want. If whoever wants to go, you can.
I feel I should add. I have weak little human eyes, so
Same as myself.
I mean, none of you can see past 60 foot at the minute now
Yeah.
because of the mist. So even those with dark vision, it's still. It's like being fully
Perception based
underground.
on sound. I'm good with that.
Can't see far past the monkeys.
I mean, in terms of what you hear in terms of sound, there's always the constant splashing and lapping of water. There's always the sound of insects chirping away and buzzing and odd sploshes as things move out of sight. Squelches come from something, creaks from the nearby trees. So this is in the country. The country is not quiet.
No, never is.
Certainly a long way away from home.
Yes, and this would be true for all of you.
Where is home, Rowan?
Waterdeep.
Oh, I see.
Sister
Splendid
city.
city, from what I
A
hear.
very exciting place.
It has its
Stories.
ups and downs.
Yes.
But yeah, my family has been in Waterdeep since it's been a family, I think.
Have you gotten into any adventures there? Running across rooftops, fighting cads and bounders, leaping across vast expanses onto other roofs.
I love how Sir Richard spent far too much of his youth reading the wrong books and just absolutely.
Yeah.
No. Most of my
I'm tired, I'm going to sleep.
youth and adult life. Kids these days. Wonderful.
Ari, can we
Span
get
of a goldfish?
Yeah, you're getting the motor of this man pretty quick, Ryan. Ari, if you'd like to do a perception check for our first watch. 14. So it's the darkness is closing in. You can hear the sounds of your compatriots setting themselves in. Rowan's probably slightly off to one side from the rest, still trying to find his place within the group. You can hear the sound of a lively and bustling swamp around you, and all the murkiness and sounds that go within. That said, you've been out and about, you've travelled around. Nothing catches your attention as being out of place. Is there anything you wish to do during your watch?
No, she's just going to keep watch on the perimeter around, but keep an eye on the bag to make sure that doll's not coming out anytime soon, because it's freaked her out a bit.
The doll is the bag with the doll inside of the bag is firmly clutched within my arms.
Okay. Just going to make sure it stays there.
Is it worse being able to see it partially lit by the nightlight, or in total darkness and not knowing where it is?
The flap of the bag is open and the head's hanging out and the eyes are just looking at you. But the eyes of the doll, it's like a porcelain face, but the eyes of it are just metal balls that look at you unblinking.
Do they follow you when you walk?
No.
No.
And when Owry looks at it, does it look like Owry? And when Richard looks at it, does it look like Richard?
There's no irises. There's no irises on the eyes, so they're just plain white silver, like balls in the eyes. So they don't have like little lookers, so you can't tell if it's looking at you or if it's doing that. It's...
Looking nice, you're looking for you.
She's just gonna keep glancing though to make sure that the bag is still well clutched within your arms, and it's really giving her the heebie-jeebies.
You get through your fairly jittery 2 hours worth of a watch. Are you waking someone up, or are you?
Who's taking next? Was it Ironwind or?
I think he's doing the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll just tap over and walk over to him and just give him a small tap on the shoulder and go, I think it's your turn. Are you okay? How are you feeling?
No, never mind. I was about to, in completely innocently, he was going to say, "Oh, stiff."
Oh dear.
But I stopped myself.
Yeah, you know better.
Creaky
With our audience.
And yeah, he pushes himself up on the halberd and is. How are you?
Friend. But I've heard nothing
Which
unusual on. So
well, this one is grateful for our new friend, but worry not, this one does not trust a stranger implicitly. This one will keep an eye on him.
I trust you. She's gonna settle down, try and take off all the mud.
You've still got that nice rancid stench from that sump you recovered through.
Oh yeah,
Still
I
hanging
forgot
around.
about that.
Best will in the world. Bit of a whip around you all.
Speaking of a whiff, I reckon Ironminders after stepping in that corpse.
Do you sleep in your armor? Remind me, Ironminder.
I think he was when we were out in the field. Yeah, he had been.
So,
Yeah.
Yep, that'll only really be an issue if we start looking too exhausted. But okay, make
Are
me
we frozen?
Looks like we're frozen.
Is the audio coming through, or is it just
I'm hearing everything in the Zoom call. Let me just, if I refresh Twitch, I can see Christian is moving, but we're not.
What am I saying?
And my Zoom is moving.
Yeah, Zoom is moving, but
Twitch stream has seemed
everyone
to.
else is
As for
frozen
me.
except for Brew. Audio's there, just video's frozen.
That's unfortunate.
Okay.
Chat,
Oh,
can
there
you
we go.
hear us?
We're moving. We're moving. We're
Oh,
moving.
we're back.
Hey,
And we're back.
there we go. Nice.
Alright,
guys.
I mind that we have
Where's the
a
doll?
perception check.
Yes,
Perception. Potentially at disadvantage if we are.
Yeah,
at
I was
night,
going to say
and
at disadvantage. Yeah, I think so.
you have your nightlight, but your nightlight sadly does not go out too far.
No, it's. I think it's actually only unless he picks it up and uses it as a lantern. I think it's only about 30 feet. Perception. Sorry, I was completely forgot where my skill.
Yes, Babin, we are back. Apologies for that.
It's really bad.
4.
Yeah. He's too
There's certainly a
concerned
point about
with
half hour in, or at least a couple of you are woken as the Iron Mine trips over a root and clatters to the floor. Then he just straight up trips up. There'll be about an hour later, one of the monkeys tick, 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 and the Iron Mine steps back as he realizes he stepped too far out. Or would you have designated creatures not to set that off?
No, it's not so magical. It's more. It's
Yeah.
more just a monkey
Cannibal.
trap.
Yeah,
It goes
so in which case,
cling, cling,
yeah.
cling.
Yep, so that gets set
It'd be
off.
ridiculous,
as the Iron
Tom.
Mine
It's
sets
not
off
a
another-
magical monkey trap.
Yeah,
I know, silly me, honestly.
yeah.
Yeah, it's-
Hearing the monkey go cling, cling, cling. I sit up Undertaker style, like I can't see shit.
I
Like
mind
we scare each other.
you're sure the doll is now looking towards you
Yeah.
as you look back to.
I think weirdly, Ironmind is probably the only one who's not particularly freaked out by it. I suppose he don't know how much. He doesn't really know enough, maybe about.
The doll does have
Oh,
dark vision.
Oh,
Mm,
God.
mm.
I don't think I don't think he's familiar enough with the outside world to get the uncanny valley effect. You know, I think it's just kind of like it's just like it's like his bodyguard. It's kind of like me. You know, kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. Yeah, he's feels shame at waking up.
So all in all, I mind, yeah, for you hadn't noticed anything else, but you're very aware that this is not a natural environment for you, and
It's very much like Rowan is just sitting there thinking it's very much like trying to sleep, and then at 1 a.m. a teenager is digging around in the kitchen trying to be quiet making food, but no. Just going
Yep.
clang, clang, clang.
yeah, you are perfectly aware for most of that 2 hours time exactly where Iron Mind is at any given stage, walking around, and when he stops,
Exactly
and
that.
looks around, so, oh god.
You hear a number of suspiciously moist sounds around
No.
Welching boots.
Oh.
No.
And no, I'm just going to throw something at you for that. There's meteors fall. You'll no. End of your watch. Are you waking up Sir Richard so he can do his?
Yeah.
I mean, Sir Richard, you're only dozing at this point. You're perfectly aware that Iron Mind has been patrolling a while.
Yeah. So what, are you just going to shake him, or?
Firstly, he puts a hand as gently as he knows how on shoulder.
So as you do that,
So
he
Richard.
rolls over and sort of just sort of snuggles up to your arm and he
Don't
goes,
make it weird. Don't make it weird.
Nanny, is that you? Just one more hour. Have Boothby put the dinner in the oven. Oh, sorry, the breakfast in the oven, and I shall be down momentarily. Just 1 more hour.
No.
And then we go, what? Oh, yes.
Sorry.
Shing! I'm here, ready to fight and defend my friends.
Very good.
Are we in danger, my friend?
Does not appear so.
Sorry for that.
Are you hungry?
Always. But, you know...
You mentioned
yeah.
breakfast.
It's just hankering for times past. But, you know, the small parts of those times that were good, the majority of them were not good. So I shall...
More of a metaphysical breakfast, you
Yes, you know, it's rather a shitty situation we're in here, but I'll take it over some of the things I've endured in my past, and shall just say it's a delight to be on a quest with real friends. Rest yourself, Iron Mind. I shall keep an eye out and keep the darkness at bay.
He will bed himself down
And the
in his
friendship bracelet's coming.
chainmail.
Sure. Sir Richard, let's have a perception check. I'll say at disadvantage because it's still going to be dark until probably towards the end of your watch.
Here we go. I'll take the 21, so...
Yeah. Unlike your previous watcher, you know how to walk around fairly quietly where the points you need to, or to be able to actually listen out and try and see if you can hear things coming. Again, you can hear sploshes and susurrations in the water.
He will, just for the shit of it, at 2 points in the night, just loose off two hand crossbow bolts into the night. Just, you know, if there's any splashing that gets close.
Okay, roll a d20. Just see what happens.
Always pointed away from his companions. 19.
Cool.
Cool. So, and other than that, what he's going to do is he's going to take off his galoshes, and he's going to try and clean them as best he can with whatever tools he has at his disposal. So,
What tools does he have at his disposal?
Yeah. Let me go through this. So he has ball bearings, caltrops, the rat pastry's gone. I must delete that. Tinderbox, hooded lantern. He's got a crowbar. He's got a burgers pack. What's in a burgers pack?
Burgers pack will have
a crowbar in it anyway.
rope,
I think.
caltrops, pitons. Sorry, pitons, not caltrops.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what he'll do. He'll take a little section of his rope. He'll roll it up into around a rough piece of branch, and then he'll soak it in oil, and he'll just use that as a scrubber.
All right.
He'll make sure to clean the oil off the galoshes at the very end in case any errant fire magic comes his way during the day.
Sure. Do me sleight of hand because we don't get to do those sorts of checks very often.
Okay. Doop. +5. So 22.
Nice. Yeah. So despite the kind of dampness of your conditions and the kind of makeshiftness of the tools you're using, I mean, looking after your clothes is an important skill for any man to have, and you are able to. Your boots, you're sure, are going to be fine. The ruffles on your shirt are still a challenge, but you know,
You can buy a new one.
you have done a fairly good job on that. And even though you're doing that, you're able to be listing out, and nothing seems to come any closer.
Okay.
Particularly after that second crossbow bolt.
Okay.
Cool. And with that, so the dawn starts coming up towards the end of your watch. People begin to naturally awaken at that point. You presume it's the dawn. It goes from being black mist around you to white mist around you. The visibility doesn't change in any way, shape, or form. You get the feeling that these mists are always here.
I see.
I don't know if any of you would know the. those of you who'd want to, actually, you could do me a history check to see if you know the history of this marsh.
Oh, Collie. Just give me a sec.
No chance I might know anything about this.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
I've been around for a while.
Look at Freya. Or sorry, Ori.
21.
Jesus.
That makes sense of Rowan to have checked where he's going to. So, let's see. Ari, you know that the Chelimber didn't used to be marshland. Sort of 15 or so 100 years ago, it was a thriving empire with at least a couple of wizards attached to it. One wizard, known only as the Wizard of the Crag, was attacked by the King's Wizard, lost the fight in doing so. The control of elemental forces he had failed, and the water elementals he had bound to himself created the marsh as the power was lost. Rowan, additionally, you know that in the last 100 years, the Dark Alliance had the Onyx Tower based here. And it was some point where the 8 adventurers descended into the Shadowfell to destroy the Onyx Heart and prevent that tower linked to undead being able to reform in this plane of existence. So there is quite a lot of arcane history to this marshland. And as far as you're aware, there are at least 2 wizards' towers known of to be in this area.
2.
Okay.
At least.
Oh, no.
Fuck's sake.
Don't worry, you know which one you're going to.
Okay, cool.
Or at least you know the location of the one you're being sent to. You didn't ask which one it was, though, when you left. The morning comes along, your monkeys wrap up their wire and get it back in the box and go back to their stored places. You manage to get all your stuff together. You kind of make a vague idea of which way the sun rose to try to get an idea of directions, and who would like to make the next survival check to see if you can find your way to your location.
Not worry. Anything else?
Or Brew can do it and someone can help if you like.
I don't have proficiency.
That's fine.
I will assist Brew.
Yep.
Thank you.
And that's
and you have all had a long rest.
Oh, we had a long rest.
You have had a long rest.
Oh,
So that's all that. So
I'm
you
gonna
may click
fucking
the
need
long
it,
rest
but lots of
button.
Boop.
Yeah, I think we're going to be.
Man,
you're
I
going in
did pick up
circles
my
again?
monkeys before we left.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You wrapped them all together, so we'll
Nice.
unwrap them in a blanket so they didn't jangle on the way along. So that's fine. Yes, I think there is going to be walking through this marsh, and something's going to happen as a result of however many failed survival checks that's been. So we will pick that up then in 4 weeks' time. We will see what interesting sideline they've managed to pick themselves up into on the way to where they're meant to be as they stay meandering through the marsh of the Chelimber. Thank you all very much for coming. Thank you to Busy for the raid. Thank you to everyone who donated bits and channel points to keep our party going in that encounter. The Blightlings were Penny Dragon's own creations, which I threw in there, and they were available for Kickstarter backers only on an email send out. Hopefully they'll appear in a future text because they are fun creatures to run, and I ran them slightly differently from the book as well. But yes, thank you all for that. Join us tomorrow as DM Ryan drinks into the consequential Quintrivium on an all-female party. That's a lot of fun. I absolutely recommend coming back tomorrow in the evening UK time to watch that. But for now, thank you. Farewell.
Right. Thanks, Tom.
All right, everyone.
Right. Everybody. Bye now.